as the number 17 is named. Where you come from?
Well, I'm trying to go. I'll go on street. Well, I'm staying in Gorge, I guess. Well, right now I'm studying sociology, literature, and history. I'm a big fan of social studies. Alright, now let's cut to the chase. Now we've all been discussing this question a million times by now. You believe nothing is possible. Now, what I want to say is that I believe the majority of us here would concur with this notion. Why? Well, why not? To say nothing is impossible is to declare your dedication and commitment to your cause, regardless of how bonkers it may sound. After all, many of the wonderful things in our lives sounded bonkers at one time or another. X-ray. Lord Kelvin said it was a hoax. The television was considered to be unprofitable because people would get bored at looking at it. And of course, the telephone. It was considered to be faulty and not a serious means of communication. The list goes on. The people who helped build the world we know today, they did not give in to such criticism. They did not give in to such doubts. No, they pursued their vision, their dreams, and so should we. For if we falter and fail to advance or progress, we will be set back. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being set back at all. I don't like to be set back in Stone Age. So, you get it. So therefore it seems perfectly logical to say nothing is impossible. However, I vehemently disagree with this because it would overlook at least three fundamental aspects of life. The first of which is our limits, and I'm not referring to something extraordinary here, I'm referring to something rather mundane. Our inability to survive without food, water, or sleep. Let's say, even if you're the most diligent, hard-working scientist there is, you cannot confine yourself in a laboratory all day long trying to find a cure for the next supervirus. It's just impossible. You'll faint from fatigue and probably get into a lab accident as well. Number two is our external resources, by which I mean our money, our education, our opportunities, and our social status. And hold your horses, I know what you're thinking. Money? Social status? Well, that doesn't matter. Well, unfortunately it does, right? It does. Well, how are you going to pay for your university fees? Or lab trade, or lab equipment? Let me tell you something. They don't come cheap. They're very, bleeding expensive. And furthermore, most of us really don't have mentors or teachers to guide us. And worst of all, there are impoverished children who can't even get a basic primary education because they have to spend more time getting water for their family than studying at school. Therefore, we can clearly see that some people have more opportunities than others, and it's no shame admitting that. We have to be realistic about our circumstances in order to make the best of it, whether advantaged or disadvantaged. And thirdly, our internal resources. These are the most elusive because there's no unified way of identifying them. These are the genetic traits that are coded from conception, and there's little one can do to change them. And to illustrate this point, let's get a little extreme, sorry, shall we? Let's get a little extreme. Did you know that most people are smarter than others? Well, that's obvious. But did you know that there's also this Zika virus epidemic that's happening right now? And I'm not kidding, this is serious. The World Health Organization, WHO, has declared a public health emergency over the Zika virus, which is spreading explosively in Central and South America. And what this virus does is it affects infants and pregnant women that leaves the infant's head to be underdeveloped. Now let me ask you something. How can a child who's missing a foot compete with a perfectly healthy child. It's not an even playing field. It's not fair game. But there's no shame in admitting that. So what does this mean? Should we give up on our dreams and hopes? Should we just throw the towel in? No. All I'm saying is that we should admit our advantages and disadvantages. We should look at the facts as they are, and we should use them to our advantages. Our enthusiasm, our vitality, our energy is limited, and they will exhaust. And it is up to each and every one of us to invest them carefully. So therefore, I implore you to use your energy, your creativity, your innovation carefully. Thank you.
Okay, you give us a lot of examples and evidence why we need to be realistic, and I appreciate that. But really, if we use our creativity, as you said, carefully and effectively, do you still, I'm just curious, do you still think that it's possible to do a lot of things, given our constraints and all of that?
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's bloody difficult.
Okay, thank you.